Welcome to Bob's Garden. Today we're going to talk about the Ponytail Palm. This is on the top of my list for plants that you can absolutely neglect. They're very, very undemanding. So you want a really low maintenance plant that you can just put in a corner and not worry about it. This is the one for you. But there are a few things you need to know about this. Now the first thing is that it's not a palm. It's actually a succulent. It stores water in this big bulb here. So this is indicating now, these wrinkles in here is indicating now it's time to water. And last time I watered this was like 2 months ago. And I let this go because a lot of people will go away on vacation and they'll come back and they'll see all these dried leaves and they say, oh no, my plant is dying. It's not. It's just setting back. It's being dormant now. So it's time to water this now. You can see how dry this soil is. And we use a cactus and succulent mix for this. It needs a very free draining soil. The other thing about it is that it shouldn't be in direct sun. East or west exposure is best for this. Bright diffuse light, as bright as you can get it, and can also be grown under grow lights. But this is a great apartment plant because it tolerates dry conditions, it tolerates being neglected, and you can go away and not worry about it. So these are all good things, very easy to do. But we're going to get this cleaned up for you, show you how to do this, because you might come back and you might see all these dried leaves and you're not to panic. So we'll just get this cleaned up. You're going to take off these dead leaves in here and cut them as close to the stem as you possibly can. It's quite easy. Sometimes these leaves will break, so you'll see some yellowing at the tips. That's also an indication it needs some water. Your number one enemy on this is overwatering. So if it looks like it's okay, it is. The other thing with this is that these in the wild, these are native to Mexico, and in the wild these will get up to like 35 feet. I don't know if you have enough room like that in your house. So the thing is here, you can see we can just brush those off. You shouldn't really pull on them too much if they won't go. And we'll clean this all up. So if you see this yellowing on the tips here, we just cut those tips off. Sometimes these will break. You see it's kinked in here. So we'll cut those tips off here. Time to water. Now the other thing about this is it will get quite large. So the thing is, it will only grow when it's being transplanted into a bigger pot. So I bought this as a 6-inch pot. It was quite small, it was only about this big. And when you do pot it up, you want the next size up pot. Don't put it into, it likes a small pot. So don't put it into a large pot. So you'll just basically take it out of this and put it into the very next size pot. But at some point, it's going to get pretty large. So if you don't want this to really grow very big, what you're going to do is you'll take this size pot and treat this like a bonsai. You'll take this out of the pot, you'll trim some roots, you'll put fresh cactus and succulent mix into this pot and transplant it right back into the same pot. So you can just go along with that and get it up to the height that you want, and don't pot it up. Some of these will get so tight in here, this will really, really grow, and it will fill the entire pot up with this bulb down here. So that's something else you want to keep in mind. So we got this all cleaned up now, and we'll go ahead and water it, and that's all there is to it. So the only other thing we will need to talk about is fertilization. You fertilize once in the spring with a low nitrogen fertilizer. I use my Max C 16-16-16, half a teaspoon per gallon of water, very low fertilizer. We'll fertilize again in the summer, and then that's it. Never ever fertilize it in the wintertime because that's bad for the plant because it's dormant. So as I said, this was not watered for almost 2 months. And that shows you what can happen when you do neglect it. Now that it's cleaned up, I'll water and it'll be very, very happy. So thank you for watching Bob's Garden, and we'll see you next time. Please share, subscribe, and comment on my videos. And remember, be curious, not judgmental.